Hey everybody, I'm reading the account of the interview that Laura Anthony's of ABC7 News conducted with Anne Kirkpatrick. And by the way, happy birthday, Laura. And this is a doozy. I can't believe that the city of Oakland employed someone as police chief who would, in a fit of pique, obviously, just brainlessly, and there's only no other way to describe it, brainlessly go off and try to basically torture people that she was working with in the form of the police commission in a news organization's document in a post. That's precisely what she did. Now, what Anne obviously forgot is that other organizations are going to look at her and determine whether or not she's fit to be hired as a police chief in another big city. And this is going to be brought up by somebody else as a kind of a warning of what to watch out for if they hire her. She has a $250,000 walkaway settlement that she could have simply just done that and said absolutely nothing, but nope. She had to simply go full tilt and just launch this. I mean, she said some things in this account that were, to say the least, unfortunate. She put out a report that was made public. It was confidential, and she says that she was asked to reimburse Commissioner Ginale Harris for towing expenses, and the police chief said she wasn't going to do that. Okay, that's her right. She could have just simply left that there. But she turned around. That's allegedly, she said that, because Commissioner Regina Jackson said to her that the assertion that that was done was completely, quote, unfounded and untrue. And she additionally denied that Commissioner Harris ever asked Kirkpatrick to reimburse towing fees. And then Kirkpatrick shoots back with this: I don't think I was who they wanted to begin with. I'm not an Oaklander. The code word that she's really reaching for is I'm not black. And this is one more example. The biggest and most incredible one is the April 19th, 2019 letter that the Black Police Officers Association wrote against the actions of Kirkpatrick, basically saying, hey, she doesn't promote or seem to prize black officers. And I am distilling what was a long letter that was put in the Oakland Post, okay? This is, and on top of that, she apparently had intense arguments with police commissioners over the same subject, hiring black officers, yelling matches. Now, why would anyone within their right mind get into a yelling match with African-American Oaklanders on the police commission over hiring black officers? You look, ex-police chief Kirkpatrick really now fits the saying that you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. But in this instance, the damage has already been done. I don't know what she expects to gain by this kind of public display of reckless, ill-advised attempting to torch other people. You know, I don't know what she thinks she's going to accomplish other than more bad feelings. And not only that, an even wider and broader lens that we now have to look at the reasons for poor morale in the police department among Black police officers. This is horrifying. Justin Burton, the mayor's spokesperson, wrote, "The mayor remains grateful to Anne Kirkpatrick for her service to Oakland. Under her leadership, Oakland saw its lowest period of gun violence and officer-involved shootings, as well as a new anti-racial profiling policy that significantly reduced discretionary stops of African Americans. The police commission exercised its full power and voted unanimously," noted, "to remove her from her position. It's the mayor's duty to determine when the trust between the police commission and the police chief has become irrevocably lost and prevents Oakland from moving forward." And Mayor Schaaf says, I do not regret choosing Chief Kirkpatrick, and I believe there are many examples of ways that she served our city extremely well over these 3 years. And this goes on to read that Oakland Police Commission Chair Regina Jackson claimed the chief's firing was without cause, and while there have been notable successes under Kirkpatrick's leadership, the commission felt she was still lacking. And she goes on and says, "There are a lot of improvements, but the disparities continue to exist. And there are a series of other issues that have just contributed to losing the confidence. We didn't think she was going to be the most effective chief in Oakland," said Jackson. "We want a new chief to build community trust, to address the disparities that still exist, to diversify and grow the department to the level of respect, to the level our officers and our community deserve." Kirkpatrick had openly sparred with commissioners, this is what Laura Anthony writes, in past meetings, and the commission also criticized the 60-year-old Kirkpatrick for failing to fire 4 officers involved in a controversial 2018 shooting that left Joshua Powick dead. I could have had a good headline. I know the commission would have been happy with me. I know the monitor would have been happy with me, but to do so would have meant to violate our integrity, said Kirkpatrick. And so it's, and she says, "One thing Kirkpatrick knows for sure is what she would say to the next candidate for Oakland Police Chief. I would tell any person who calls me, and they will, any candidate will be calling me, that you have a family, or children, or parents, anyone who's relying on their income, do not come to Oakland because they will not have a job for long." And that is why Lerone Armstrong, a decorated 21-year veteran of the Oakland Police Department, should be the next police chief, because he knows exactly how the department should be ran, and now he'll get the chance to do it his way and not her way. Kirkpatrick has just revealed why it was a good idea that she be let go. This, folks, is not how you conduct yourself as a public official out the door. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube.